Hey everybody. So today I'm going to be pulling cards on the total solar eclipse in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. That will be happening tomorrow. The path of the eclipse goes over the southern hemisphere, the very, very south. So it goes over Antarctica. God, I can't talk. Antarctica and New Zealand, Australia, the southern tip of South America, Africa, etc. So it's kind of commonly or maybe uncommonly known by astrologers that the actual path of a total eclipse where it is visible is usually the area or areas that are affected the most by the eclipse. And those effects can happen anywhere from the day of all the way out, several months, and the effects extend, sometimes years. So, I'm going to pull some cards today on the United States and just kind of get an idea of how this total solar eclipse in Sagittarius at 14 degrees will be affecting the United States. The reason why I'm pulling on the United States is because, as other astrologers have noted, Joe Biden's ascendant is actually quite close to the path, to the degrees of this eclipse. So this eclipse, basically the path of this eclipse goes right over his ascendant, and that could mean a few things. So we'll see what comes up with the cards here. So I think what I'm going to do is pull some Shaman Oracle cards to get a sort of energetic overview of what kind of effect this will have on the United States, and then I'll pull cards on the north, the south, the east, the west, Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico. Okay, so let's see what we get. Give me 3 cards. Give me one main card. Summarizing the overall energy that this total solar eclipse on December 4th will have on the United States. Shaman of birth. I was getting this a lot yesterday when I was tuning in, and that's interesting that this came out again. I actually didn't use this deck yesterday, but Shaman of birth, it is a total solar eclipse, but it's also a new moon. So it's birth, as you know, is also, as a symbol anyways, indicative of new beginnings. It's new beginning energy. It can also mean actual birth. And in this case, I do think that it is tying in or having some kind of an effect, the eclipse, on reproductive justice for women. So I think that this this right to abortion debate that's currently going on in the Supreme Court is going to continue to feature strongly going forward. Okay, so we have that. So that's kind of reigning at the top now. Because that's reigning over the top, my feeling is that energy and whatever comes from this court decision is going to kind of affect everything else. So let's get 3 cards of the progression of energy in the United States as a result of this eclipse. What are the effects? What are the energetic effects? How will it be playing out in the United States? Give me 3 cards. 3 cards. 1, 3 cards. How will it be playing out in the United States? 2. 1 more. 1 more. How will it be playing out in the United States? Oh, got a couple more there. Okay. Oh. Okay. 3 cards that fell out. Okay. Okay. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I am not a psychotherapist. I'm not a trained, degreed professional in any kind of therapy. Okay. This is not advice and should not be constituted as fact in any way, shape, or form. You do your own research and make your own decisions. Take all of this with a grain of salt. But you heard it here first, or maybe not first. My prediction is that the court will rule against women who want the right to choose to make their own decisions with their own bodies. I think that their arguments, the arguments of women, whoever the lawyers are who are representing women in this court case, their arguments are not being heard. I believe from the energy that I'm getting here, that certain things are being misrepresented. I'm getting a very conservative, a heavy conservative energy here that is really taking over. I think conservative values are going to win out at the end of the day. We have the Dancer of Lies. I believe that this is the side, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. The feeling I'm getting energetically is that this is the side that's kind of more conservative, conjuring up their own narrative of why women's choice, women's freedom of choice over what to do with their own body and their own decision making. It's a web of lies. The things that they're presenting are not actually factual. The heavy conservative energy, the energy that is really dominant in this right now, that's really coming to the forefront right now, is the conservative, the family unit, the spirit of family. okay? Everyone loves feeling as though they're part of a family. Some people didn't grow up in very good families. You know, there's a lot of people who experienced abuse and horrifying things from, you know, their parents or the people that were charged with raising them. And there are a lot of broken families, two-parent families where, you know, both of the parents are on drugs or alcoholics and things like that. So, you know, to say that the nuclear family unit is the best unit is not exactly true, right? Because families are so varied. There are so many different types of families, and the health of each one of those types of families is always up for question, right? Or at least should be. So the shaman of loss is also here. This is going forward into the future. Now, the shaman of loss indicates to me and energetically that on the conservative side, you know, they really do believe they're coming from a good place. Weirdly to say this, they are coming from a good place. They do believe that they're doing the right thing. They believe that they're saving the lives of these unborn children, and they are. But they don't understand the effects that this will have on millions of women in the country who some do not have the money to raise children, do not have the support network necessary to raise children, will end up on welfare to raise children, have dangerous people around who will abuse possibly, you know. So there are so many different ways of explaining why taking women's choice away is a bad thing. The shaman of loss here tells me that that this case, you know, the loss is going to be seen as a big one. It's going to be a huge, huge loss. And there will be sorrow. There will be sorrow. There will be sorrow. This is one of the cards that fell out. Okay, Shaman of Sorrows. There are some good things here. You know, I do believe that it is good to protect life, you know. To deny that a fetus is life is not factual. That's against science. And it should be every woman's right to choose what they do with their body. But, you know, really at the end of the day, it's between that woman and God. It should not be mandated. The courts and politicians should stay out of what women decide to do, because it's between that woman and God. And the Bible says all kinds of things, you know, judge not, yes, lest ye be judged, right? He who is without sin cast the first stone. So, you know, in my personal opinion, if a woman sees fit to make a choice like that, to have an abortion because she is afraid or scared or doesn't, you know, whatever the reasons are, or maybe she can't carry it to term because of a health issue, she should be legally allowed to make up her own damn mind and make her own choice. So, anyways, that's my tangent. That's my read of the energy. The eclipse is going to eclipse out some rights for women. That's what I see, okay? That is what I see. What kind of effect is this going to have on women's rights as a whole? Okay. See that? Spirit of empowerment. Okay, so it may be a loss, but at the end of the day, what they're really doing, what will actually happen as an indirect result of the loss, is that women's rights will actually be empowered. So prepare yourselves to see much more feminist action in the United States. Okay? That is what I see for the overall energy. Now, what we are going to do is pull some cards on the areas of the United States. And the reason I want to do that is because we have an astrological kind of alignment right now with Uranus and Taurus being squared by Saturn. And Uranus and Taurus is an earth sign. Uranus is one of the change gods, as astrologers sometimes like to refer to those planets. Uranus brings abrupt, shocking, out of the blue transformation and change. Okay? Shocking events, abrupt, weren't expecting it. It just happens, and it happens in a big, shocking way. In an earth sign, this indicates natural disasters. Taurus is actually very earthy. Taurus is about plants, animals, fertility, gardens, fine things, rare earth minerals, things like that, mountains, whatever. So we're going to pull some cards to look at the situation geographically to see if there will be any changes with that Saturn-Uranus alignment, okay? And what do I want to use here? I think I'm going to use these today. So, okay. So we're going to pull on the northern states, the southern states. Okay, northern. Oh, we got 3 cards. Can't take all 3, so. All right, we'll keep shuffling here. Give me. Okay. I'm not going to take those either. Okay. I'm going to do this a different way. Let's do this. We're going to do the Astro Essentia deck. You can get that on Etsy. It's a good one. And obviously, I call myself AstroTurf because I do astrology. That's kind of my main jam. That's what I love to do. It's what I'm best at. But, tarot's cool too. I've been doing tarot longer than astrology, actually, but I love reading charts. So, all right, so we're going to do the northern states of the United States, the states that border Canada. Give me one card for the north of the United States, northern states. One card for the north. South. I'm going to do the south southern states. Southern states of the United States. South. North, south, east. We'll do the East Coast. East Coast. East Coast of the United States. What kind of effect is the eclipse on December 4th going to have on the East Coast? One card. Okay. What kind of effect is the eclipse going to have on the West Coast? Whoa. Okay, that's too many. Too many cards. What kind of effect is this going to have on the West Coast of the United States? California, Washington. Okay. I'm going to do Alaska. Let's do Alaska. Show me the effect that the eclipse will have on Alaska. Alaska. Hawaii. Show me the effect that the eclipse will have on Hawaii. Hawaii. One card for Hawaii. Show me the effect that the eclipse will have on Puerto Rico. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to do some clarifying. We got 23 minutes here. The moon. Interesting. One more card to clarify what's going on in the northern half of the United States. What kind of eclipse energy is here? I feel like something's brewing. More like in the northwest. Something sneaky, something secretive and sneaky going on in the northeast. Don't know what. Strange. 2 times the moon. Maybe a blackout. Maybe a blackout. But there's something weird about the Northeast. 7 of Swords. Sneaky, weird. Somebody's up to something. I don't really want to say this. This is alleged for entertainment purposes only, but the energy that I'm getting is like almost like someone's planning an attack of some kind, or they're waiting for the right moment. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Fire. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. 1 card. It will be exposed somehow. It will be thwarted. I feel like there's an attack that's being planned, but it will be thwarted. Okay. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So let's go on and see, why is Neptune in the south? Give me 2 cards to clarify. Why is Neptune in the south for the United States? Neptune, the effect of the eclipse on the southern half of the United States. Okay. Neptune. Why is Neptune here for the southern part of the United States? Okay. I feel like the southern half of the United States is in a frozen bubble. You know, that's what I see. Weirdly. Now, I don't know if that means strange weather over the winter, strange weather. I feel like there's going to be a lot more precipitation in the north this year. I feel like it's going to be more water and less snow. And weirdly, I feel more ice and hail and freezing temperatures in the south for some reason. I could be totally off, you guys, but you know, that's what I'm seeing here. I'm also feeling like ideologically or something, or maybe economically or something, there's like a bubble. It's a frozen bubble around the south. And aggression. There's like aggressive energy in the southwest. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for the South? It's weird, there's another bubble on this card too. Okay, so some kind of a reckoning coming. Karmic reckoning. What is this? What's the karmic reckoning coming in the South? I think whatever happens down there, I feel like there's an event or some events or something that happens, but it's fated. It's due to or related to the karma of the area or of the people. You know, the people who've been there the longest, or the karma of the land. I feel like people are rising up, but they're taking their power back, and they're actually going for their happiness. And yeah, I feel like the Southeast in particular is doing really well. It's good. Okay. Show me more about the Southwest. What's going on with the Southwest here? Southwest. That's too many. Not super good. Finances. Okay. Some kind of loss of income or something. Southwest. Financial hardship. Southwest states. Don't know. Neptune is nebulous though, so there's like Moon and Neptune. These are nebulous energies. It's like people are going to be feeling like, you know, and it is the winter season, so the light literally changes. The days become shorter, so that makes sense why it would kind of be showing up with the Moon energy and Neptune. It's like more of a dark kind of nebulous energy. Okay. Now I'm going to take these because I'm going to put them back in my deck, and we're going to shuffle some more for clarifying other areas of the United States. This is going to be a long ass reading. Sorry. Okay. Move that over a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to look at the East Coast. That's calling to me for some reason. East Coast. East Coast productivity is going to be great. What's up with the East Coast? The effects of the December 4th eclipse on the East Coast of the United States. Okay. What's up with the East Coast of the United States? East Coast of the United States. East Coast of the United States. toss-up, really. Strangely, maybe not so strangely, I feel like there's going to be some financial problems. There's still productivity, but there's financial problems. The men, I feel like these are the sort of conservative-ish men. Emotionally, they're going to be on a good plane for the most part, but there's some disappointment here around finances, maybe for certain states or a state. Yeah, I feel like perhaps this is related to the markets or something. It's going to be a slow sort of rebound. That's the feeling I'm getting. Things will be okay again. There's a rainbow here over the Daughter of Pentacles. Things will be okay again, but again, I keep feeling like this family energy that came out in the oracle cards in the beginning. The deer, it's like hardcore family energy. I feel like children are being valued again. Which is a good thing. Things will be okay again, but I don't feel quite so good about the finances. I feel like maybe it could go either way, you know. People are going to be feeling torn, or maybe like an up and down kind of feeling. One day they're very happy, the next day they're not. One day they have a lot of money, the next day they don't. Okay, so there's this up and down, up and down. Is this the New York Stock Exchange? Is that what I'm seeing here? Why is the Five of Pentacles here for the East Coast? Okay. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this. This is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. I'm just an energy reader. What I see here, and this is something that I was picking up yesterday, and it does correlate with some of what other astrologers are seeing and saying about the eclipse tomorrow going over Joe Biden's ascendant. It is possible that we could see some kind of reversal here in the leadership of the country. So, you know, he recently handed powers over briefly to Kamala Harris, as we know, for a doctor's visit. We may see in the not so distant near future here that some kind of health issue, I just feel like he may get eclipsed out. He may, possibly, but there's a reversal in leadership. I feel like leadership is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. The financial issues are happening as a result of the reversal in leadership. Leadership and administration of the country is getting flipped on its head, whatever that means. That's what I feel in the energy, okay? And this is the Emperor. The Emperor is the king of the kingdom, the leader of the country, okay? So it could also mean that there's too much control, there's too much regulation over certain markets. There's too much of something, and I feel like it's related to control. There's karma at play here. Tell me more about the Emperor reversed, please. That'd be We may even find at some point that there's a revelation of something that perhaps the someone in a position of leadership. Now, this could be the president, or it could be someone close to the president. We will discover the truth. The truth will be outed. The truth about what someone did. Someone that everyone thought was trustworthy and upfront, and someone who people are quite impressed by, someone with a charismatic personality, but the truth will out this person. Who this is, I don't know. It's going to be communicated. People will find out. People will know. I keep feeling like something's going to come out through this Epstein, I don't know how you say it. Something's going to come out about prominent people, one in particular, and I think that there will be a lot of shock around this. It's having to do with someone who traveled with him. Yep. Someone who said, no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Well, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Okay. So that's the East Coast. You know, obviously Washington, D.C. is over there too. So I'm gonna pull on Puerto Rico. I'm not going to pull on because they have Venus, and you can't get any better than that. So they're doing pretty all right. I am going to pull clarifiers on the West Coast because they have the South Node, and that troubles me a little bit. So we'll see what this is about. What is the South Node here for? Why is the South Node here for the West Coast of the United States? What are the effects at the December 4th eclipse? We'll have, okay. Financial problems here as well. Financial problems. Maybe California. Something tells me there's something about Yellowstone. Yellowstone. Why is the South Node here for the West Coast of the United States? Why is it coming up here for the effects of the eclipse? What does the South Node represent for the effects of the eclipse? Okay. Why is the South Node here? I feel like from the West Coast going into the Southwest, now there are some states that we can name, but some of those, one or some of those states, for some reason, they're going to have more problems than others. They're going to need some kind of emergency help. I feel like they will be asking for money from the federal government. have here? Tell me more about the west coast of the United States. I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay overall. It's a general feeling of stagnancy with one or two of the states in that area. Well, they are very progressive. They're super duper progressive. You know, this could be Oregon, this could be California. I don't really know. It could be Washington. I do feel like it's more, it's like California or Oregon or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's somewhere else. But one of these politicians, one of these persons in administrative leadership is quite different, holds a rainbow sword, very anti-tradition. But people really like this person. He's got a lot of charisma behind him and they really like him, so I feel like he's featuring strongly for some reason. Perhaps he wins some kind of a victory in one of the states. It's unknown at present. This might not have even been initiated yet, but yeah, they're still pouring money into it, but I think he's gonna win something. Anyway, okay, well, financial troubles. Someone will need help from the federal government this year. Okay. Let's pull these together. We'll pull on Hawaii. I'll do some cards for Hawaii. I will not be pulling on Alaska because Alaska has some good cards up there. Hope that doesn't offend anybody. Happy to do a separate reading on Alaska if you want me to, but they have Leo and Libra, so decent cards. I get a good energy off of it. I think they're going to be fine up there. All right. Let us get some clarity on Hawaii. Hawaii. Why is Virgo here? Why is Virgo here? What are the effects that the eclipse on December 4th is going to have on Hawaii? Okay. I think there will be a little bit of volcanic activity. I think there's always volcanic activity in Hawaii, but I don't see this as a big, giant, massive ordeal. I think it's just minor. Hawaii. Going forward into the future, things looking good. What is that? Okay, so travel, I don't think they have anything to worry about going forward into the future. I do feel that there will be, you know, fears of the virus turning into more. I think that's happening right now, though. I'm going to put that right there. There's a certain sense of being trapped, obviously, because they're a set of islands. Tell me more about the Three of Swords. I feel like this is the virus. Yeah, everything's going to be fine. I feel like they're going to get it under control nice and quick. Nice and quick. Yeah. Lots of spiritual energy there. I like it. I'm liking it. Also, I think they're who is she? Is she the governor? Gabbard? Tulsi Gabbard? She is quite the force. Yeah. Hawaii's fine. Not worried about Hawaii. All right. So that is your reading on the eclipse's effect on the United States geographically. Now, quickly, this is a long reading, wow. I'm going to pull cards on the stock market. Maybe I'll do a separate video. I'm going to do a separate video. Hope this was entertaining. I am doing private readings again, so go to astroturftarot.com if you're interested in a private reading. I hope the eclipse treats you well, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.